130 Americans are dying every day from opioid overdoses. But now a massive DEA bust took $150 million worth of fentanyl off the streets. This just days after the DEA made a separate bust, finding enough of the drug in an upscale New York neighborhood to kill 2 million people. In 2017 alone, fentanyl claimed more than 28,000 American lives. Here now in a story exclusive, Ray Donovan, the DEA special agent in charge who helped lead these massive drug busts. Ray, first of all, congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
This is huge, and you're doing a huge service to take this off the streets because it's so incredibly dangerous. How did you know, for instance, the one in Ardsley, New York, nice suburb of New York City, how'd you figure out what was going on at that house?
So that particular investigation, we got tipped off by the community, really. You had these violent organization that set up shop in Ardsley, a quiet neighborhood, upscale neighborhood, and these drug traffickers would go there because it's quiet, it's close to the highway, it's easy to get into the city. But what they didn't know is that the neighborhood was watching.
And so they're in someone else's house, you know, because obviously the neighbors are going, there's something weird going on over there. People coming in and out that we don't know. That's
right. Think about it. So you have these families that have been there for generations, and they're watching people come in and go at all times at night, different cars, different people. It's very suspicious. And so that's what really drew their attention.
So that was just aware community, which everybody should be. If you see something, say something in this regard as well, right? What about this truck that you got in New Jersey?
So that truck that we seized in New Jersey over the weekend, there were 20 kilos of fentanyl seized. That is that's $150 million worth of fentanyl that we prevented from hitting the streets of New York City.
And how big is that amount?
So when you think about it, that's enough to kill 10 million people all throughout the city. And so taking that off, really, and that was a high-scale operation.
Yeah.
That organization was moving hundreds.
And who's behind that one?
Sinaloa cartel. Sinaloa cartel. So we have investigations connected to that in California and in Mexico.
And they're getting it into this country how?
They're getting it into the country by two means, really. It's through the port of entries and through the land. That particular organization would transport it across the United States in tractor trailers or through trains.
So they're coming in at ports of entry, and we've all seen, you know, in some of these busts, they rip out the floor or some piece of the truck, and it's in there. And you say they'll put through 25 vehicles at a time.
That's right. So they'll shotgun 25 vehicles, and they'll expect to lose 5 of those vehicles. It's part of doing business for them.
It's incredible.
That's right.
You know, so, and you say fentanyl's you've been in the DEA business for over 20 years, 24 years, I think you said. Fentanyl's a game changer. How?
It's a game changer because it's so lucrative and so easy to make. And so we're seeing more and more fentanyl come to New York City. New York City is the hub for the Northeast. And so it's nonstop for us. And so we're seeing our numbers increase, heroin coming down and fentanyl going up.
Ray Donovan, thank you for what you are doing. Keep up the good work. Good to meet you. Thank you so much for coming.